Guys, I need to make a video about this because it's so disgusting. I just saw it pop up on my Twitter timeline. I was about to film reactions, which I will do. I just got out of a midterm, so my numbing activity was going to be to film reactions. But I just saw this video from Keemstar pop up on my timeline, and I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to talk about it because of what he's talking about. First of all, I fucking hate Keemstar. I think Drama Alert is so stupid. And let's get into this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I was starting it over.
Hey guys, I need to do a drama alert today on the Jake Paul sexual assault allegations. And quite frankly, I do not believe the alleged victim.
First of all, saying you don't believe the victim when a sexual assault has happened is so disgusting. Okay, do you imagine? I've made videos on Davi Vanity, still making videos on Davi Vanity. The amount of people he's hurt, the amount of stories I've heard, that maybe some that I didn't even cover in my video, because I covered a lot. It's disgusting to say that you don't believe the victim. What if one of your friends came out and said they got sexually assaulted? Would you still not believe your friend?
And I don't want to just cover this real quick on Drama Alert without getting some pushback. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe
you should just believe the victim instead of something you're missing. The victim blaming is such a big thing in our society. I'm not saying he's victim blaming, but I'm saying that the fact that you don't believe the victim is disgusting.
Maybe I'm not seeing a certain angle to the story. That's why I'm making this Twitter video, so I can be challenged before I put it on Drama Alert in front of millions of people. But
maybe you just shouldn't put it on Drama Alert. Maybe you just shouldn't talk about things that you, as a however old man that you are, don't understand. Maybe you shouldn't put something in front of millions of people that you don't understand. You know how many people are going to get on you for this Twitter video alone? People like me that aren't scared to turn on a camera and talk about this?
This girl is claiming that Jake Paul, was kissing her, holding her hand, led her to her room. She didn't want to do any further stuff with him. And then Jake Paul, grabbed her head and started fucking her face. And within 30 seconds, busted a nut in her mouth. And she claims that she was sexually assaulted. Now,
how does that happen? Why don't you ask Davi Vanity how that happens? Why don't you ask Jake Paul? Why don't you ask all these other people that have been accused of doing this? Especially Davi Vanity. Why don't you ask him? Because he would have the answer for you.
Wouldn't she have to open her mouth and participate in some way for that to happen?
Sometimes when people are shocked, their mouths are open. And sometimes they don't realize what's happening. They're in shock. They don't realize what's happening. They don't have the time to think and react. It's a fight or flight response, and they don't have the time to think about what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen. They don't understand what's going on. And it just makes me so mad. It's like, well, couldn't she have closed her mouth? You don't realize what's happening. You don't think that somebody's going to do what he did. You don't think these things are going to happen. And so it makes me mad when people say things like this because it's a form of victim blaming. You don't blame the victim. I'm just so upset by this.
Can't you just turn your head, or can't you just get,
You just said he took her head. If somebody has a hold on your head, you can't move it really because they're forcing it. You don't know how tight a grip he had on her head. You don't know these types of things. I don't understand. This is so disgusting and it's making me angry.
Is there some way to force oral sex on someone?
Yes. Davi Vanity has forced oral sex on many, many people. There is a way to do it because people do it every day. It sucks to think that sexual assault is happening to people every day, but it is. This happens every day to guys, girls, non-binary, however you identify. This happens to everybody. Well, not everybody, but this happens to a lot of people. It happens to more people than it should. Honestly, it's happening more than it should. People should have basic human decency, but they don't have manners and they don't have human decency. It just makes me mad.
I mean, she's not saying that he had a weapon and was like this, you know. She is saying that he grabbed her head and started fucking her face and came in her mouth. I don't understand the physics here. Like, I don't understand how that's possible. Like, why? Like, can't you get away? Is there really no way to get away? Is there really no way to just close your mouth? Like, it just not let the penis enter your mouth? Like, I'm sorry, but I just don't believe this story at all. Am I missing something here? Please.
You're missing everything about sexual assault. You're missing fucking everything, Keemstar. You wanna know why you're missing everything? Because you're a grown-ass man that sits in a studio and talks about Gen Zs and millennials because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You're spending your life talking about people that don't want you to talk about them.
Please challenge me. Please challenge me, right? Like, I don't want to go in front of millions of people, get called a victim blamer, and not have a...
Well, you are a victim blamer because you're saying, why couldn't she have done this? Why couldn't she have done this? That's victim blaming, you dumbass.
Piece of information that I should have, but, like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It sounds like BS. Please challenge me.
I'm challenging you. This video. You said please challenge you. I'm challenging you. I'm sorry for all my subscribers that want to see happy, positive content. I just needed to talk about this because it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. As a TikTok dad that I would see, we need to do better.